If you're over 60, there's a good chance you have already paid for things you did not need to pay for, stood in lines you did not need to stand in, and accepted airport stress that might have been easier to avoid than anyone ever told you. That is one of the quiet truths of modern travel. Helpful services do exist, but they are not always promoted clearly. And many older travelers do not hear about them until after the difficult part of the journey is already over. This is not about demanding special treatment. It is about knowing which questions can lead to a smoother day. What felt minor at 40 can feel exhausting at 65. A rushed boarding process, a tight seat, a long delay, or a confusing checkpoint can shape your whole trip. The good news is that some of the most useful travel perks are still available. You just have to know they may exist and be willing to ask about them calmly. There's another reason this matters. Once travel becomes more tiring, small advantages begin to matter a lot more. 5 saved minutes at security, 1 better seat, 1 lower fee, 1 calmer place to sit during a delay. None of those changes sound dramatic by themselves. Together, they can change the entire texture of a travel day. In this video, we are walking through 9 travel perks that passengers over 60 may be able to access depending on the airline, the airport, the route, and the situation. Some can save real money. Some can reduce stress. Some can simply make the day feel more manageable. Let's start with the one most people never see online. Number 1, fare options that sometimes only appear when you call. Most travelers trust the first price they see on a travel website. Sometimes that works. Sometimes it leaves money on the table. Some airlines still keep certain age-related fares, unpublished discounts, or special booking options inside their phone systems rather than on public search pages. That does not mean every airline offers them. Many do not. But when they do exist, a quick phone call can reveal a better price or a more flexible ticket than the one you found online. The right question is simple. Do you have any fare options for travelers over 60 or 65 on this route? Even when the answer is no, you lose nothing. When the answer is yes, the savings can be real. And sometimes the greater value is not the lower price. It is the better flexibility. For many older travelers, a ticket with friendlier change rules can be worth far more than the absolute cheapest fare on the screen. It also helps to compare what you are actually buying. A regular fare may be cheaper, but if a so-called senior fare includes earlier seat choice, easier changes, or a checked bag, the overall value can be better. That is the mindset shift. The goal is not only to spend less. The goal is to book in a way that works with real life, especially when health, family, or energy levels can change faster than people expect. Number 2, easier screening may be available if you ask before the line becomes a problem. Security can drain people before the trip has even begun. Shoes, belts, bins, noise, pressure, and the feeling that everyone behind you wants you to hurry. For younger travelers, it is annoying. For older travelers, it can become physically and mentally tiring very quickly. Not every airport has a marked senior lane, and not every checkpoint handles this the same way. But many screening areas do have alternate procedures, staff discretion, or modified help for older passengers, especially when balance, mobility, hearing aids, medical devices, or fatigue are involved. That is why it helps to ask early, not after you are already overwhelmed. A calm question such as, "Is there a more suitable screening option for an older traveler today?" can change the tone of the whole checkpoint. In some places, the answer may be a shorter lane. In others, it may be clearer guidance or a more manageable pace. And sometimes simply telling an officer about a cane, a knee replacement, or a medical need before screening begins prevents confusion later. You're not trying to avoid rules. You're simply asking how to move through them in a way that is safer and less stressful. Number 3, baggage rules are sometimes more flexible than they first appear. Baggage fees can turn a reasonable trip into an expensive one before you even reach the gate. That is why this next perk matters more than people think. Some airlines, especially on selected international routes or within certain regions, may offer extra baggage flexibility, reduced fees, or helpful exceptions for older travelers or passengers carrying necessary medical items. This is not a universal right, and it is not guaranteed on every airline. But many people never ask, which means they pay automatically. At check-in, it is worth asking, are there any baggage allowances or flexibility options for older travelers on this ticket? Sometimes the answer is still no. Sometimes the answer is a quieter yes than you expected. Even when there is no official senior baggage perk, staff may still be able to explain useful exceptions for mobility aids, medical devices, or other necessary items. The point is simple. Do not assume the first fee is the final answer. One respectful question can save money and save you from a stressful repacking scene at the airport. Number 4, early boarding can make the entire flight feel gentler. One of the most underrated travel comforts is not luxury. It is time. Time to walk down the jet bridge at your own pace. Time to place your bag without pressure. Time to settle into your seat before the cabin turns crowded and noisy. Many travelers over 60 assume that unless they have elite status or a premium ticket, they must simply wait in the general boarding rush. In practice, many gate agents will allow earlier boarding when an older passenger asks respectfully, especially if standing for long periods is difficult or extra time would make boarding easier. On some flights, mobility-related early boarding is very common. On others, it depends on the situation and the staff. The best approach is to ask before boarding begins, I am an older traveler and would appreciate a little extra time boarding. Is that possible on this flight? That question is calm, clear, and easy for staff to work with. And the benefit is real. When you board a little earlier, the trip begins with less strain, less crowding, and less tension in your body. Number 5, a better seat is sometimes available even when a full upgrade is not. A lot of travelers hear the word upgrade and assume it means first class or a big fee. But for most older travelers, the more useful version of this perk is much simpler. It is the chance to move from a difficult seat to a more workable one. An aisle instead of middle. A row that makes it easier to stand up. A seat closer to the front. A place that better matches what your body can handle. Airlines do not owe every older passenger a better seat just because they ask. But when flights are not full, when final seat changes are happening, or when staff can see a genuine comfort need, a respectful request can help. The best moment is often during check-in or close to departure when the seating map is shifting. The strongest request is an honest one. If there is any aisle seat or easier access seat available, I would really appreciate it. That lands better than demanding an upgrade. For older travelers, a better seat is not about showing off. It is about circulation, comfort, bathroom access, and arriving with more energy left for the trip itself. Number 6, lounge access may become possible when delays turn a normal wait into a hard one. Most people think airport lounges are only for premium passengers and expensive cardholders. Often that is true, but during long delays, missed connections, or difficult travel situations, some airlines or customer service desks may issue courtesy lounge access, rest area options, or other comfort accommodations, especially when an older traveler is dealing with physical discomfort or medication timing. This is not guaranteed, and it should never be described like a secret right. But it happens often enough that it is worth knowing how to ask. The best version is calm and specific. I am an older traveler, and this delay is becoming physically difficult. Are there any lounge or rest options available while I wait? Even when the answer is not a lounge pass, that question may lead to a meal voucher, a quieter waiting space, or another helpful solution. It also signals that you are not just annoyed. You're trying to manage the situation sensibly. For older travelers, a lounge is not mainly about luxury. It is about a softer chair, cleaner restrooms, easier access to food and water, and a chance to let the body settle during a long disruption. In the middle of a rough travel day, that can feel like a major difference. Number 7, quiet discounts inside the airport may exist even when nobody advertises them. Airport spending has a way of piling up fast. Coffee, snacks, a pharmacy stop, a sandwich, a magazine, maybe a small gift. None of it feels huge in the moment, but by the end of a round trip, the total can be surprisingly high. That is why one simple question is worth building into your travel routine. Do you offer a senior discount? Some airport restaurants, stores, and service counters quietly do, even when no sign is posted. Others do not. But the question costs nothing, and when the answer is yes, even small savings add up. And there is a hidden benefit here beyond the money. The moment you get comfortable asking one practical question at a register, you become more comfortable asking other practical questions everywhere else in the trip. The habit grows. You stop assuming. You start checking. That mindset often saves far more than the small discount itself. The value here is not only the discount. It is the habit. Asking makes you a more aware traveler. You stop assuming that the first price is the only price. And over time, that same awareness helps with tickets, baggage, seating, and every other part of the journey. Number 8, your credit card may already include travel protection you forgot to use. A surprising number of travelers buy extra coverage while already carrying some form of protection in their wallet. Certain credit cards include trip delay coverage, baggage delay benefits, travel accident protection, or emergency assistance when the trip is paid for with that card. The mistake is assuming those protections work automatically without any preparation. Before a trip, it is worth calling the number on the back of your card and asking what travel protections are included, how they work, and whether any paperwork or activation is needed in advance. You may discover useful protection you already paid for through your annual fee or membership. For older travelers, this matters because disruptions are more than an inconvenience. One missed connection or one delayed bag can create genuine physical stress. Knowing your car benefits ahead of time gives you options before you need them, and that peace of mind can make the whole trip feel steadier. Number 9. Even non-refundable tickets sometimes have more flexibility than people assume. Few travel phrases feel more discouraging than non-refundable. It sounds complete. It sounds final. And many people give up without ever asking whether anything can still be done. But in real life, airlines sometimes have more discretion than the fare rules suggest, especially when illness, medical documentation, or another serious change affects an older traveler's ability to fly. That does not mean every request will be approved. Many will not. But some airlines do issue credits exceptions or alternative solutions when the situation is explained clearly and the proper documents are provided. The key is to act quickly and ask calmly. I am unable to travel due to a medical issue, and I would like to know whether any exception, credit, or flexible option is available. The reason this matters so much after 60 is simple. Plans can change quickly, and older travelers sometimes assume there is no point calling because the rules look fixed. But in travel, the first answer you read is not always the only answer that exists. If the trip truly has to be canceled, it is worth trying before deciding the money is gone forever. You may not recover everything, but sometimes you recover enough to make a future trip possible instead of impossible. When you step back and look at all 9 of these perks together, one pattern becomes clear. Travel does not always reward the loudest passenger. Very often, it rewards the informed one. The person who asks calmly. The person who checks before assuming. The person who understands that a smoother trip is often built from small conversations, not dramatic demands. That becomes even more true after 60. Travel can still be joyful, adventurous, and deeply worth doing. But it feels better when you stop trying to travel exactly the way you did 20 years ago. Comfort matters more. Time matters more. Simplicity matters more. Support matters more too. So before your next trip, remember this. Ask about the fare. Ask about the line. Ask about the baggage. Ask about boarding. Ask about the seat. Ask about the lounge if the delay becomes hard. Ask what your card already covers. Ask whether a supposedly final ticket still has any flexibility left in it. The answer will not always be yes. But every yes you do receive can save energy, money, and stress. And that is what smart travel after 60 really looks like. Not chasing luxury. Not trying to win the airport. Just moving through the journey with a little more knowledge, a little more confidence, and a lot less unnecessary strain. That kind of travel does not only protect your wallet, It protects your mood, your body, and the joy of the trip itself.